Hi, I'm Anna. Welcome to Mrs. English Channel. Today we'll learn English in a fun and simple way. By the end of this video, you'll be able to master how to speak English in meetings. Have you ever sat in a meeting, had a brilliant idea, but stayed silent because you were afraid of making a grammar mistake? Or maybe you wanted to disagree with a colleague, but you were worried you might sound rude or aggressive. Today, I am going to teach you the magic phrases that native speakers use to control a room, sound professional, and get their point across politely. We aren't just learning words today, we are learning confidence.
Wow, that sounds exactly like what I need, Anna. I often feel like I freeze up when my boss asks me a question in a meeting. I know the answer, but the words just get stuck.
That is completely normal, Sam, and that is exactly why we are here today. We are going to break down the scary monster of business meetings into small, easy pieces. We will look at how to start, how to interrupt politely, how to disagree without fighting, and how to finish strong.
I am ready. Let's get to work.
Perfect. So Sam, tell me, what is the hardest part of a meeting for you?
I think the hardest part is interrupting. When everyone is talking fast, I don't know how to answer the conversation. I usually just wait until it is over, and then I send an email later.
Oh, Sam, that is a classic struggle. Sending an email later means you missed your moment to shine. This brings us to our first major topic, the art of polite interruption. In many cultures, interrupting is rude, but in English business culture, if you do it with the right phrases, it shows you are engaged and active.
Really? I always thought interrupting was bad manners.
It is bad manners if you just say, "Stop talking, I have an idea." But we use what I call soft entry phrases. These are little keys that unlock the door to the conversation.
Soft entry phrases. I like that. Can you give me an example?
Of course. Instead of just speaking your idea, you start with an apology or a permission request. For example, "May I come in here?" Or "Sorry to interrupt, but I'd like to add something."
May I come in here? That sounds very polite.
It is. Let's look at the grammar of that. We use may or could to make it soft. If you say, "Can I speak?" it is grammatically correct, but it sounds a bit childish, like a student asking a teacher. "May I come in here?" sounds professional.
I see. So nuance is very important.
Exactly. Let's go deeper into this. Imagine we are in a meeting about a new marketing plan. I am talking for a long time. I want you to interrupt me using a phrase.
Okay, I am ready.
And so the data suggests that if we move the budget to Q3, we will see a 10% increase, but we need to consider the overhead costs and the staffing issues.
Stop. I have a question.
Whoa, okay, freeze. Sam, how did that feel?
It felt urgent, but maybe a little bit aggressive.
Yes, very aggressive. If you do that to a client, they may be offended. Let's try to fix it. Instead of stop, use sorry to interrupt. And instead of I have a question, try could I just clarify a point?
Okay, let me try again.
And so the data suggests that if we move the budget to Q3, we will see a 10% increase.
Sorry to interrupt, Anna, but could I just clarify a point?
Yes, absolutely, Sam. Go ahead.
Wow, that felt much better. You actually stopped and smiled at me.
Exactly. Because you respected my speaking time, so I respect your interruption. Let's try another one. Sometimes you don't want to clarify. You want to agree and add more information.
Like when someone has a good idea and I want to support it?
Yes, we call this piggybacking. You are jumping on their back to carry the idea further. A great phrase for this is, "I'd like to second that," or "to build on what you just said."
To build on what you just said. That is a nice visual, like we are building a house together.
Precisely. Let's practice. I will make a statement. You agree and add a detail. Your detail is that we should use social media.
Got it.
I really think we need to focus on younger customers this year.
I agree. We should use social media.
That was okay. It was grammatically correct, but it was a bit flat. It didn't have that business flow. Try using the phrase, "I couldn't agree more." To build on that, we should leverage social media.
Leverage. That is a fancy word.
Yes, leverage means to use something to your maximum advantage. It's a very common business word. Try the whole sentence.
I couldn't agree more. To build on that, we should leverage social media.
Perfect. Listeners, I want you to try that too. Repeat after Sam.
I couldn't agree more.
Great. Now the second part.
To build on that, we should leverage social media.
Excellent. Do you feel the difference, Sam? You sound like a manager now, not just an observer.
I do feel more confident. But Anna, what happens if I don't agree? This is the scariest part for me. I don't want to say you are wrong.
And you should never say you are wrong in a business meeting. That is a disaster. When we disagree in English, we use a technique called the sandwich method or the softener.
The sandwich method? Are we having lunch?
Not yet. The sandwich method is where you put the negative opinion, the meat, between two positive or soft statements, the bread.
Can you show me how that works?
Sure. Imagine I say, I think we should cancel the office party to save money. You disagree. You think the party is important for morale.
Okay, if I am direct, I would say, no, that is a bad idea. We need the party.
Ouch, that hurts my feelings. Now let's make a sandwich. Step 1, validate the point. I see where you are coming from regarding the budget. Step 2, the disagreement using however or but. However, I think the team really needs this for morale. Step 3, soft closing. So perhaps we can find a cheaper way to do it?
I see. So I validate you first. I see where you are coming from. Then I give my opinion. Then I offer a solution.
Exactly. Let's try a different scenario. I say, we should require everyone to work on Saturdays.
Oh, terrible idea. Okay, let me try the sandwich. I understand that we have a lot of work to do. However, working Saturdays might make people very tired and unhappy. Maybe we can work longer hours on Monday instead?
Sam, that was beautiful. I am so proud of you. That was polite, firm, and constructive.
It felt much safer to say it that way. I wasn't attacking you. I was looking at the problem.
That is the key to business English. Attack the problem, not the person. Now, I want to talk about clarification. Sometimes in meetings with native speakers, they speak very fast or use idioms you don't know.
Yes, and I am afraid to ask them to repeat because I don't want to look stupid.
Asking for clarification actually makes you look smart. It shows you care about the details, but you must avoid saying what or I don't understand.
What should I say instead?
Try these phrases. Could you expand on that a little bit? I'm not sure I fully caught that last point. Could you run that by me again?
Run that by me again. That is an idiom, right?
Yes, it means explain it to me again. It's casual but professional. Let's do a role play. I'm going to use a confusing idiom. You have to ask me to clarify.
Ready.
So we need to make sure we don't put all our eggs in one basket regarding the investment portfolio.
I don't have eggs.
Exactly, so ask me to clarify.
Anna, I'm not sure I fully caught that. Could you expand on what you mean by eggs?
Perfect. And I would say, oh, sorry, don't put all your eggs in one basket means don't risk everything on a single plan.
Ah, that makes sense.
Now, let's move into a heavy practice session. We are going to simulate a real meeting. We will switch back and forth. I will be the chairperson, the leader of the meeting. You are my colleague.
Okay, Chairperson Anna, what is the meeting about?
We are discussing the launch of a new coffee product, Mrs. English Coffee.
Delicious. I am ready.
Okay, I am opening the meeting. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming. Let's get the ball rolling. The first item on the agenda is the packaging design.
Wait, get the ball rolling?
Yes, that is your first vocabulary bonus. Get the ball rolling means start the project or begin the meeting.
Got it.
So I say, I think the packaging should be bright pink. Sam, I want you to disagree politely using the sandwich method. You think pink is not professional.
Okay, I see your point about making it stand out. However, pink might not look very serious for a premium coffee. Perhaps we should look at dark blue or gold?
Excellent usage. Now I will respond. That's a valid point, Sam. Does anyone else have thoughts? Now, Sam, pretend you are a third person. You want to agree with Sam yourself and add an idea.
Okay, acting as person 3. I'd like to second Sam's idea. To build on that, gold packaging looks very expensive and high quality.
Fantastic. Now, imagine I am speaking too fast about the budget. We've allocated 30% for marketing and 20% for production.
Whoa. Sorry to interrupt, Anna, but could you run that by me again? You were breaking up a little bit.
Breaking up usually refers to a bad phone connection, but you can use it if someone isn't clear. Or just say, could you speak a little more slowly? But actually, a better phrase is, could you repeat the figures? I want to make sure I have them written down correctly.
Oh, that is clever. It makes it look like I am taking good notes, not that I am bad at listening.
Exactly. It's all about framing.
Anna, what about when the meeting is ending? Sometimes I don't know how to leave or what to say.
The end of the meeting is for action items. You never just walk away. You need to confirm who is doing what.
What is an action item?
An action item is a specific task assigned to a person.
A great phrase to use here is, just to recap, my action items are, or moving forward, I will handle.
Just to recap, that means to summarize, right?
Yes, let's practice this. The meeting is over. You need to design the logo. Tell me that.
Just to recap, moving forward, I will handle the logo design.
Perfect. And I might say, great, let's touch base next week.
Touch base. That is another idiom.
Yes, we are full of them today. Touch base means to make contact briefly to update each other. It comes from baseball.
English business is very sporty. Get the ball rolling, touch base.
It really is. Now, Sam, I want to address a very common mistake I hear intermediate learners make. It is about the words problem versus challenge.
Oh? I say we have a big problem all the time.
In Western business culture, the word problem sounds very heavy and negative. It sounds like a failure. We prefer to use the word challenge or issue.
Really? So if the computer is broken, it is a challenge?
Well, if the computer is broken, it's a technical issue. But if sales are down, don't say we have a sales problem. Say we are facing a sales challenge. It sounds like something you can overcome. It sounds proactive.
That is a huge mindset shift.
It is. Let's practice. I will give you a problem sentence and you change it to business professional. Sentence 1. This deadline is impossible. We can't do it.
Okay, that is very negative. I will change it to, this deadline is quite a challenge. We might need to adjust the schedule.
Much better. You sound like a problem solver, not a complainer. Sentence 2. The client is angry.
We have a situation with the client that we need to resolve.
Situation is a great word too, very neutral. Or we are facing some pushback from the client.
Pushback. I like that. It means they are resisting?
Yes, it's less emotional than angry.
Anna, this is so helpful. I feel like I have a toolbox now.
That is the goal. I want to do one more repeat after me section. Pronunciation and intonation are key. If you say polite words with an angry voice, they are still rude.
That is true. Tone is everything.
I will say the phrase with the correct business-friendly intonation. You repeat it, and then our listeners repeat it. Phrase 1. I see what you mean, but I have a different perspective.
I see what you mean, but I have a different perspective.
Good. Listeners, your turn. I see what you mean, but I have a different perspective. Phrase 2. Let's keep that in mind for the future. This is a polite way to say no to an idea right now.
Let's keep that in mind for the future.
Great. Listeners, try it. Let's keep that in mind for the future. Phrase 3. Could you elaborate on that? This means tell me more.
Could you elaborate on that?
Watch the stress on the elaborate.
Could you elaborate on that?
Perfect. Listeners, could you elaborate on that? You are doing great. Now, Sam, do you have any specific questions about body language during these meetings? Since we are audio, we have to describe it.
Yes. When I am listening, should I be silent?
No, in English, active listening is crucial. If you are totally silent, people think the video call froze or you are sleeping. You should make listening sounds.
Like,
Yes. Right, I see. Go on. These are little signals that say, I am with you.
I feel like I do that too much sometimes.
As long as you don't interrupt the flow, it's good. It builds connection. Also, smile when you talk. People can hear a smile.
They can hear a smile?
Absolutely. Listen to this. Thank you for joining the meeting. Thank you for joining the meeting.
Wow, the second one sounded higher and warmer.
Exactly. When you are nervous, you forget to smile, but physically smiling changes the shape of your mouth and makes your voice friendlier.
I'm smiling right now.
I can hear it. Let's review everything we have covered today because we have learned a lot of strategies.
Yes, my notebook is full.
We started with opening the meeting. We learned phrases like, let's get the ball rolling. Remember, confidence starts in the first minute.
Then we talked about interrupting. We learned not to say stop, but to say, may I come in here? Or sorry to interrupt, but I'd like to add something.
Correct. Then we moved to disagreeing. What was the method we used, Sam?
The sandwich method. Validate, disagree, soften. I see your point, however, I think X, so maybe we can do Y.
Perfect.
Then we discussed clarification. Never just say what. Use, could you run that by me again? Or could you expand on that?
And we learned about vocabulary, touch base, action items, leverage, and changing problems into challenges.
And finally, we talked about closing. Summarize your tasks. Just to recap, I will handle.
It feels like a complete system.
It is a system, and the best way to learn it is to use it. Sam, I have a challenge for you.
Oh no, a challenge?
A good challenge. In your next meeting, or even in a conversation with a friend, I want you to use the phrase, I see your point. However, try to use the sandwich method once this week.
I accept the challenge. And I will try to get the ball rolling on my new vocabulary too.
That's the spirit. Remember, learning business English isn't just about grammar rules. It's about cultural rules. It's about making the other person feel comfortable and respected. When they feel respected, they will listen to your ideas.
That is a great lesson. It's about connection, not just correction.
Beautifully said, Sam. Connection, not just correction. I might put that on a t-shirt.
I want one.
Before we go, I want to remind our listeners that it is okay to be nervous. Even native speakers get nervous in big meetings. The key is preparation. If you have these phrases written in your notebook, you will never be stuck for words.
Having a cheat sheet helps a lot. I write these phrases down before the Zoom call starts.
That is a pro tip. Keep a list of emergency phrases next to your computer. 1, could you repeat that? 2, I'd like to add a point. 3, let me double check and get back to you.
Let me double check and get back to you. That is a lifesaver when you don't know the answer.
It really is. Never guess. It is always better to say you will check and reply later than to give wrong information.
Anna, this has been incredibly helpful. I feel ready for my next meeting.
I am so glad to hear that, Sam, and I know our listeners are ready too. Thank you so much for learning with us today. You are taking big steps towards fluency, and we are so proud of you.
Yes, keep practicing. You can do it.
Don't forget to subscribe to Mrs. English channel for daily tips in English practice. See you in the next video. Goodbye for now.
Bye, everyone.